In Ohio, the number of humanities degrees granted by all colleges has fallen by 15% over the past 5 years, even as the total number of degrees increased. Last school year, humanities degrees represented only 8% of all degrees given by public and private colleges in Ohio.
There's no question that there has been decreased emphasis on the humanities.
There's a widespread anxiety that's ill-founded that humanities majors don't lead as reliably or as directly to particular careers.
We went to the short north to see what artist Deb Johnson had to say.
Do you kind of feel that the arts are almost shoved aside kind of now?
Definitely. There's a sort of fear that the humanities are being lost, that they are no longer the center.
We interviewed working artist Dana Harper to find out about her views on how society perceives the arts.
Yes, I think art is seen as a hobby to most. When we ask why is art important, there's never really a concrete answer because we cannot show statistics. The harder it is to show specifics in statistical analysis, the less seriously a subject or idea is taken.
A 2015 Georgetown study showed that students who major in health, STEM, and business fields end up with higher average annual wages at the entry level and over the course of a person's career. The lowest paying majors were in the arts, liberal arts, and humanities.
Maybe are not necessarily as dependable in terms of the pay.
Commenters online seem to have the same outlook. Patterson raises the question, does a student really want to put $250,000 into an education where they can't afford to live?
From a paycheck standpoint, it's definitely more challenging. But if you do something you love, it's not work.
Yeah, that's true.
Concert violinist Isabelle Durrenberger comments on this aspect of the arts.
I wanted a set path. I wanted to know if I did this, if I did that, it would happen. I would have a stable job, a stable life. But classical music, just because you practice a lot doesn't mean that you'll be successful.
I think I work harder, longer hours, and get paid very little compared to many people my age. But I love it. Every second I spend working, applying, and making is an investment in myself that I will never regret.
A career in the arts certainly has its financial drawbacks, but there's more to the story.
People have to internally decide what their currency for success is. Their currency could either be earning large sums of money or enjoying the other satisfactions of life. I believe that although economic value is important, students should not prioritize it over other values.
One of the best is because I do wearables, I love having somebody wear something that I've made and see how it changes them. It changes the art when they put it on, and it changes, kind of puts a skip in their step.
When I go into my studio, I am choosing what to put into the world. I don't answer to anyone, I don't have a boss. Every second that I am in the studio, I am not only making art, but I am discovering more about myself and about the world. I get to think about and focus on the ideas and concepts that matter to me most.
The study concludes that making art could delay or even negate age-related decline of certain brain functions.
Playing music is the brain's equivalent of a full-body workout. The neuroscientists saw multiple areas of the brain light up, simultaneously processing different information in intricate, interrelated, and astonishingly fast sequences.
I don't think society views arts as inferior to the sciences, but they definitely aren't emphasized as something that's crucial to learning. I think the arts just represent humanity, and they're our most basic form of expression, basically. And it's about culture. Our arts show so much about who we are in that moment.
Do you think that the arts will become obsolete in the future, or?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't ever think so. It may not be such a priority from an education standpoint, but I think people gravitate toward creating. It's something I enjoy doing.
The humanities are where we locate our own lives, our own meanings. The humanities teach us not only what art is for, but what life might be for, what this strange existence might mean. What kind of humans would think that humanities don't matter?
some sort of shared identity as a society, as a people, and that creative side, I think, plays a really important part of that.
In the service it provides, for other people. When we talk about literature, well, we capture what someone has thought, and that person passes, and yet their words continue on.
I think it's important. I think it's important to have a good balance. So.
STEM is important, both financially and realistically, but without the humanities, all we are creating is a race of mad scientists with no sense of ethics and history, or of the colossal moral failures of men who didn't know either.
Yes, there is instability, but I can always count on adventure.